Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Welcome to the Arrington Ice Arena for this top 25 ACHA Men's Division III matchup. The Bulldogs of Adrian are 10-5 on the season, but are 1-4 against ranked teams. They will be hosting the 13th ranked Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. LTU has won the last 11 matchups with Adrian going back to 2020, including a 2-1 overtime victory yesterday. It's ACHA hockey on Adrian College Television. Hello everyone, I'm Josh Mitchell, joined today by Nathan Linder. And Nate, this is setting up to be a very important game in the Bulldogs season.
Yeah, a top 20 matchup in the nation for Adrian. It's been a roller coaster stretch. The Bulldogs opened the season blazing hot with sweeps over Trine and Ferris State. But since then, it's been a mix of splits, Northwood, Aquinas, Central Michigan, and then a strong 4-game win streak snapped in last night's 2-1 overtime loss to these Blue Devils. Still, the team scores in bunches, averaging 5 goals per game, and they've been excellent on special teams with a 25% power play and an 80% kill, numbers that always gives them a chance. On the other side, Lawrence Tech started the year winning 5 of their first 6, stacking sweeps against Robert Morris and Missouri State and earning a split with Michigan. But they hit a rough patch, dropping 3 of 4 last night before last night's overtime win here at Lawrence Tech. LTU doesn't score as freely as the Bulldogs, about 3.3 goals a night, but they're incredibly disciplined defensively, allowing just 2 goals per game, and their penalty kill is elite at 86%, nearly identical both home and away.
For this Lawrence Tech team, it's a team that a season ago found themselves playing in the Final Four. Adrian looking to get into those same kind of numbers. Both teams are ranked on the season, but right at the end of kind of this ranked stretch, the next set of rankings is going to come out before the next games for both of these teams. For Lawrence Tech, they're on the rise. They've beaten some really good teams. Adrian 1-4 against the ranked teams, and like you said, the wins are there, 10-5 on the season, but not the high quality wins.
Yeah, you can beat up on the easy teams, like Trine and others, but it really comes down to how you perform against top contenders like this Lawrence Tech team. And you play Calvin coming up here in a couple of weeks. That's going to be a tough one. And it's really a testament to how these players are going to perform against top teams in the ACHA. That's how you get into go hot into the MCHC playoffs and eventually make a bid at the national tournament.
This is also a game in the MCHC Michigan East Division of ACHA. You don't get a ton of these for Adrian. It's your 4th one of the year. You're 1-2, losing record. Your win, though, came against the top team in your division in Oakwood, as they're sitting at 3rd in the nation. Only 1 loss in the season. It was to Adrian. So a team that has gotten a big win, but only that one big win.
Yeah, Oakland, a very strong team, as we see here. The starting lineups being announced first for Lawrence on the right side in the dark, as the AIA always sets a good pace. But for Adrian, they got to test themselves here tonight. They played up a good game last night at Lawrence Tech, only a 2-1 loss in overtime, so you can hang with them. The question is, can you finish the job?
Another thing you pointed out was the scoring discrepancy between these two teams. The highest scoring player for Lawrence Tech only has 5 goals on the campaign. Well, for Adrian, they have 3 players with over 10.
Yeah, some of those players for Adrian, number 18, Maximilian Shadell. Shadell is your go-to headliner. He's producing at nearly 2 points per game, leads the team in both goals and assists, and has 3 power play goals. He drives the offense every night, and with Adrian looking to respond after last night's OT loss, he's the engine that can tilt the game back their way.
Big thing there, and then other players to keep an eye on. A strong international lineup on this Adrian College team. Shadell coming over from Germany, but Andras, 10 goals, 10 assists on the season, coming overseas from Hungary, along with Sergey, 3 goals, 10 assists on the season, over from Russia. So recruiting from all over for this Adrian team.
Yeah, Andras is nearly as dangerous as Shadell in terms of pure production. He's averaging over 1.5 points per game. He's already have a shorthanded goal, and he's shown he can create offense in key moments. When this team needs a spark or momentum swinging play, Andras is usually involved.
Adrian College, Lawrence Tech University, a top 25 matchup in ACHA Men's Division III hockey. Getting set for puck drop here from the Arrington Ice Arena. Starters being introduced as the teams get set. We'll step aside. Puck drop is next from the Arrington. You're watching Adrian College Men's Hockey on ACTV.
Stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a 3rd-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena. Josh Mitchell and Nathan Linder here with you for this top 25 ACHA Men's Division III matchup. Puck drop moments away as we have a ceremonial guest here with us. Let's turn our attention over to goal for Adrian. They have two names that they could go with. Ryan Rainey is going to be getting the start tonight. The sophomore, 5'10", from Southgate, Michigan. 4-3 on the season, 16 goals against, and a 91% save rate. The other option that we thought you could have seen was Peyton Langer, as he is 6-1 on the season, 18 goals against, 89%. So two high-quality goalies Adrian can go with. Tonight, it's Ryan Rainey.
Yeah, I didn't see who they had in net last night, but I'm guessing it might have been a split between Langer and Rainey between yesterday and today, kind of giving both each a game against a high-quality team in Lawrence Tech. Or maybe it was Rainey last night, and he only gave up 2 goals, and they said, no, we're throwing back out there.
We'll get you the starting goalie for Lawrence Tech, the Blue Devils, here in just a moment. It looks like it's going to be number 29. That's Tim Young. He's 4-3 on the campaign, 12 goals against, and a 93.8 save percentage. Only given up 12 goals so far as the lead guy for this Lawrence Tech team. This is a team that likes to play low, close, tight-scoring games. If Adrian can turn this into a shootout, that's the strength of this Adrian roster, it feels like.
Yeah, especially at home for these Adrian College Bulldogs playing in front of the home crowd. If you could put them early goal up in the first period, you can get them behind you, and they'll put Lawrence Tech on their heels.
Puck drop moments away. So glad you're with us on Adrian College Television. Puck drop from the Arrington Ice Arena, and we are underway. Adrian College maintains the opening puck. Send it ahead, stolen away on the near side, collected down right in front of us, and going to have a whistle quickly before we get things rolling here.
Quick whistle right after the draw. Bulldogs are rocking the military appreciation uniform, so some of the numbers aren't going to be exactly what we have in the roster books, but I think most of them are correct. We'll have to roll with the punches here as far as a couple of numbers.
Collected by Adrian's Maximilian Sherrill. 4 goals on the season. Lost this one out in front. Swinging around, huge contact. No hand up from the official as Adrian dodges a bit of a bullet there, as it looked like there was going to be an opportunity for some offensive pressure. Instead, it's the other way. Sherrill all the way through. Gets it taken away. Playing it off the wall out to Adrian's Maximilian Sherrill once again. Goes over to Ryan Rainey. He taps it back over to neutral ice, where it's collected by the Blue Devils and Logan Barnes. Barnes will send it back over into neutral ice, where it'll get tossed back into the far corner. Cleared off quickly. Neither team establishing really clean possession here so far. Blue Devils now have it back behind the net. Tried to take a shot off at a pass, but not able to control it. And now Blue Devils collecting here. Adrian trying to clear it away. Between the legs pass over to the near side to Scally. Scally gives it off to Darnell, who skates all the way down before it gets stolen and popped up into the air once again. Able to chase it down, tap it away quickly. Now it's corralled on the attack. Shot goes wide to the right. Adrian will skate down, trying to reestablish some control here. Tapped it on the far side. Blue Devils trying to feed it down. Now Adrian has it, able to get it all the way back behind the net, but nobody touched it, so we'll skate the other way.
No endorsed card for the icing there. What an absolute body check that Maxim Sorrell laid out right in the slot area on an opportunity by the Blue Devils, and he said, screw the stick, I'm just going to hit him in the body.
Puck drop on the Adrian end. Collected and played around back of the net. Blue Devils playing around there. Now it goes all the way around to the far side. Played off the wall there. Skating the other way is King. King loses possession of it. Collected by Gents for the Blue Devils. Throws it back to neutral ice. Not quite able to get a control of it was D-Hives as they poke away for it. Blue Devils control it momentarily. Try to send it across into the center, but nobody there. Goes along the wall. Adrian not quite able to get over the blue line yet. Now they do. That'll cause the shift here. Blue Devils will reset. Full possession back on their own half. Throws this one all the way through. Goes straight into the back. Trying to make a pass to center ice, but went by his man, and it turns into an icing.
Early on in this one, no one team really holding possession very long. I think it's going to be a contest of who makes the first mistake. You know, both these teams have very strong forwards, and so on the defensive end, you got to limit the turnovers.
Puck down. Not puck down.
I think the other linesman was forcing out the Bulldogs, and then
collected by the Blue Devils off the break. They'll head the other direction with Purtison, who throws it down immediately for an icing. So about less than 10 seconds come off the clock, and we'll drop the puck from the same spot.
yeah, about as close as you can get on that icing, just behind the red line, coming off the back-to-back icing here for the Blue Devils. So they got tired legs still out there. Bulldogs coming out with a fresh pair.
Reset. Now it's down. Adrian trying to keep them on this end. Like you said, keep those players on the ice. Able to feed it all the way through. There's the line change back behind the play. Adrian fighting for it with Scally on the near side. Collected and took it around the back by Jawecki. Jawecki plays it back behind the net. Adrian's Luke Miller throws it down the ice. Skate all the way through to the back line. Collected there by the Blue Devils. Play it around, swing it around to Logan Barnes. Barnes tries to play it ahead, gets taken away. Intercepted again at center ice. Moving forward was Jawecki, had it poked away. Trying to get a steal there was Alfonso for Adrian. Now they throw it back ahead here. Christopher has it tapped off his stick into the back line. Swinging around the outside of the circle. Able to keep it on the offensive end was Alex Ivanov, but loses it there. Goes all the way through. Able to not quite chase it down. They decided he was offsides there. It seemed like it was Maximilian Shadell. Didn't think he was initially. Now they fight for it. Shadell has it once again. Able to find a little bit of space. Takes it back over the blue line. Skates all the way back. Trying to reset, establish some pure offense here, as neither team has really had established control so far in this game. Other direction we go. Losing it on the near side. Collected by Gear. Gear plays it out in front. Couple of tip attempts by Adrian. Saved easily by Tim Young, the goalie for the Blue Devils. Now it's Lawrence Tech on the attack. All the way through in front. Has it poked away. Plays around to far side. Loses it around the circle. Adrian will collect. Throw it out to middle. Not able to get a glove on it. Lawrence Tech will throw it back down behind once again. Out to play it is Ryan Rainey. He leaves it off for his teammate Gavin Dahm. Over to the far side to Swicki. He'll keep it here long enough for Adrian to get a line change. Fresh players on the ice. Lawrence Tech will do the same as Adrian keeps it all the way down the ice here. Throw it back out to neutral ice. Collected by Dorchek plays it down back behind the net once again. Collected there by Holtkamp. Holtkamp tries to play it over. Out in front. Shot. Loved. Blocked away. Tapped up in the air. Collected and played the other way. Go the Blue Devils. Down the ice. Out in front. Player loses the stick as they go slashing through, and we got a penalty.
Well, after the first couple of whistles in the opening minutes, it's been pretty fluid up and down. At first, I was going to say we had no shots on net according to the scoreboard, but after that last chance for Adrian, maybe they're just not putting him up there right now, or it wasn't official a shot on net attempt. But going to the box for Adrian is Nolan Dorsch. Gonna have 2 minutes, and like we said, special teams gonna play a big role as it always does in the hockey game. Bulldogs are the first to go into the box, so they got to contend with 4 men on the ice.
Adrian College gonna be asked to do the first penalty kill of the game. Blue Devils keep it on the offensive zone to start. Trying to pop it out in front. Adrian taps it away. Able to clear it out. Fast break opportunity. Down the ice goes Darnell. In front. Blocked away. Tim Young with the save. And they will clear and transition out the other way. Go the Blue Devils. Lanet takes it out in front. Leaves it back behind for DeHaas. Lanet back to DeHaas. He'll penetrate in, throw a shot towards goal off of Ryan Rainey as collected again by the Blue Devils. It's a minute to go on the power play. Wrapping around the backside is Gents. Gents leaves it off for Lanish. Shot goes wide to the right. Big contact back behind the net. No hand up from the officials, so we'll play on. Power play. Shot off of Ryan Rainey and into the net. Tough angle there, but Ryan Rainey gets over, makes the save.
Oh, it was Sorrell and Barnes down there below the net. Sorrell, always a guy who likes to dish out the physicality, but I think he took on more than he could handle with Logan Barnes, stands about 5 inches taller than him. And he delivered the hit, but he took most of the blunt, ended up on his behind.
Just under a minute to go in the power play. Over to the far side. We've been focusing mostly on this near or stick side of the goalie. Almost able to get a nice pass across ice there. Not able to do so. Instead they'll play it back over to the far side once again to Rayo. Rayo swing it around to Genzel. They get it over to the far side. Rainu once again. Rainu swing around again to Genzel. That shot goes wide to the right. Not able to keep it on the offensive end as they'll skate back down over to the far side. Collected quickly. Rainu once again gets knocked off the puck momentarily as they're back around behind. Wrapping around the back is Randall. Randall throws it over. Rainu again gets one out in front. Not able to find a connection there. Rainu has it once again as the penalty kill is in for the Bulldogs. Throws one out in front. Batted around right in front of the net. It goes wide. Adrian collects and they'll transition onto the attack. Down the ice goes Maximilian Chadell. He loses control of it, but clears enough time for his team to get down the ice. Here's a long-range shot thrown towards goal. Collected by Tim Young. A dangerous moment there on the final minutes of that power play opportunity.
Yeah, both sides getting great opportunities here as the Bulldogs kill off the power play. I was kind of surprised to not see Dorsch go right into the play. Opts to go head to the bench, and then the Bulldogs, after fending off the man advantage and a near scare, they break it out and get an opportunity.
Long shot topped over Tim Young into this near side corner. Both teams kind of poking for it here. Adrian player goes down, but they maintain possession. Get it out in front, tapped away, back off behind. Swings around the outside of the circle, trying to clear it away. Adrian collects, trying to throw it back into the corner. Blue Devils get a stick on the puck and toss it over onto the far side in this top 25 ACHA Men's Division III matchup. 0-0 our score. Down the ice goes Adonish. He loses it quickly as Adrian will reset back on their own end. Tries to throw this one out ahead. Able to get a stick on it momentarily, but not able to control it cleanly. Blue Devils fighting for it. It drifts back over the blue line, so Adrian will have to drop off and reset. Shot from over the blue line. Long range attempt there. Sorrell will chase it down on the far side. He collects, plays it ahead to neutral ice to his team. 2-on-1 break, out in front, throws a shot, glove saved by Young.
Well, they had the 2-on-1 opportunity there, but Andrash decides not to crash into the net. He was kind of waiting behind the right dot there, and then Blue Devils had a back checker, and it made the shot even more difficult. After the first 5 minutes, there were no shots on net, but now we're up to 6-3 in favor of Adrian College.
Trying to keep it on this end. Instead, it turns into a race down the ice for the Blue Devils. Throws one off towards net. Taps away and goes high and into the netting here at the Arrington Ice Arena.
We'll talk about flipping the ice. Less than 10 seconds after you have a defensive zone draw, you break it out, get a 2-on-1, 2-on-2 or so. Throw a good shot on net, and now you're back on the offensive attack.
Set to drop the puck on the Adrian end. Pokes it around, sends a shot off towards goal, but Ryan Rainey deflects it aside. Adrian collects. Now it's taken away. Blue Devils shot. Ryan Rainey with another save in net, keeping this a scoreless game. Josh Peterson will take it for the Blue Devils in front. Another deflection, that one by one of the front men. Now it's the other direction for the Bulldogs. Down the ice, out in front, tap blocked away. Collected by the Blue Devils. Golden has it stolen away and thrown down back behind net. Young back behind to play it. And it goes away. It's an own goal.
What a turn of events. How the heck did that happen? Down below the net, Young was playing it behind his own pipes, and as they were trying to get it out, it bumps into the skate of Young, and just like that, we talked about who's going to make the first mistake, and that is a huge one. Not even just giving the opponent a chance to score, but putting it in the net for him.
Didn't see who the Adrian player was that went back and contested them behind the net, but he might have had a hand in causing that one to go astray. Either way, it's a 1-0 advantage for Adrian as they draw first blood. Blue Devils fighting on the far side. Able to keep it in neutral ice momentarily, but Adrian gets possession out in front, tries to pass it over, but blocked away. Back in behind the back line. Continuing to try and fight for it is Alfonso. Has it stolen away. Swing around the outside of the circle, and we got a penalty. We'll remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at AdrianCollegeTV today.
Well, after the early penalty kill for the Bulldogs, they go on the power play now with the man advantage and already having momentum, being up 1-0.
Power play for Adrian. The 1-0 advantage after the own goal by the Blue Devils. Adrian will go back onto the offensive attack. Loses this one over the blue line, so Blue Devils will try and clear it away. Adrian aggressive. Nice play to play it off the glass. Collected by Dorset. He plays it back over to Darnell. Darnell has it intercepted at mid-ice. Not able to turn it into a breakaway opportunity. Thurian will throw it down the ice. Trying to corral it there, and another hand goes up from the official. Adrian continues to play on. Goalie pulled, extra man on the ice. Blue Devils get possession of it, though, so they'll stop that extra no-goal situation, but nonetheless, look at this. Up 1-0, and it looks like we're going to have a 5-on-3.
Well, the mistakes just keep on coming here for the Blue Devils. It's a hook going against Logan Barnes, who actually had that play down low on the other end, but 5-on-3 for Adrian College for 70 seconds. You think you got to put one in the net here, if not, have a lot of good chances.
Adrian College with possession. Over to the far side. Chanel swinging around the top of the circle. The far side tries to play it down inside. Luke Miller keeps it on this end. Back behind the net, throws it across in front. Shot blocked by an up man and collected, swung around the outside. Able to keep it on the offensive end. Goes back behind the net once again. Throw it across in front. Penetrates in. Almost has it poked away. Chanel throws it over to Luke Miller again. Miller, other side, shot, blocked away. Young playing out in front as now Luke Miller has it. He'll throw another shot. Young with another save. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Luke Miller throws another shot. Blocked away. Back behind the net. Afonso sends it across to Shadell. Shadell to the top. Throws one towards net. Blocked away. Collected by Shadell. Shadell throws it back across. 5-on-3 done. This one thrown towards net. Blocked away. Falling down. Officials looking. No goal. As that is a very close, but a save nonetheless for Tim Young.
Well, all offensive pressure there for Adrian College for a solid minute and 15 seconds. Both sides are going for a change. We're now down to 5-on-4 here for the next 44 seconds. Bulldogs throwing shots up left and right.
Adrian player goes down as they throw one all the way over. Goes right to Ryan Rainey. Adrian comes back to collect it with Dorchek. 30 seconds left on the 5-on-4 now. Adrian tries to throw it across. Tapped over the stick of Therian as it goes back behind the back line. Adrian collects, loses out in front. Grabbed and set down by Dorchek. Trying to pass it across the ice. Gets blocked away momentarily, but Adrian maintains possession. 8 seconds left on the power play. Down the ice, back behind the net they go. Contact behind the net, able to throw it away all the way down ice. That's a penalty kill and icing, but a 5-on-3 and a 5-on-4, both successfully killed by Lawrence Tech as they maintain this 1-0 deficit.
And Lawrence Tech, tremendous on the penalty kill this season. They've killed 44 of 51 for 86%. They're slightly worse on the road at 85%, whereas at home they kill at 87%.
Blue Devils throw it over in front, stolen away. Adrian tries to get an opportunity, but not quite able to get there was James Schmidt. Pass goes down the ice for another icing as the Bulldogs continue to fight for opportunities, and the one goal that we have had in this first period, we're calling an own goal. I'm not sure what it was officially credited as. Again, there was an Adrian player back there. It didn't look like he made contact with it. Looked like it just popped around, miscommunication, own goal. But again, we're not sure exactly what the official stat was given out as.
Well, over the PA, they gave it to number 14, Henry Darnell, which will be his 6th goal on the year.
We'll assume that that's correct then. Either way, we play on 1-0 advantage for Adrian. Pass goes back out to neutral ice as we approach 5 minutes to play, and another hand up from the official. Call looks like it's going against Logan Barnes, and he can't believe it.
It's going to be 2 offsetting penalties. We're going to go to 4-on-4. Barnes going back to the box, and then for Adrian, it's James Schmidt.
Barnes really shaking his head, but official explains it to him, so double penalties, so 4-on-4 we will skate. Moving ahead out to a neutral ice puck drop here. They got the penalties up on the scoreboard now, so play can resume as Adrian has been the aggressors for much of this period, but struggled to find goals in the back of the net. To the far side. Here's a shot that goes wide to the right. Back on the outside to George Sech. He tries to throw it across. Gets tapped high up in the air. That's a high stick. So another penalty there.
Won't be a penalty. It'll just be a defensive zone face-off for the Blue Devils.
Going in for the puck drop. straight back, trying to send a shot off was Dorchek, but it gets blocked, in front. Poked away, transition the other direction for Claiborne. He throws it down the ice on the attack, leaves it on the far side, shot at a goal! Will Jens adds one and ties this game.
Well, a textbook two-man game there with Jens and DeHaas. 2-on-1 there. Jens had it, passed it back to DeHaas, back to Jens. Easy one-timer, beats the sprawled-out Rainey. Nothing can do about that. And, well, 4-on-4, we score a goal. Still got 71 seconds left, though.
Tie game now, 1-1. Remind you, these two teams played to a 2-1 overtime victory for Lawrence Tech yesterday. Lawrence Tech possesses the puck. They'll skate down. Goes all the way around the outside. Back behind the net still. Goes back onto the near side. Collected there by Tate Wright. Loses it as it's swung back around. Leaving it off on top. Throws one wide left of the goal. Wright collects again. Trying to get it back in front. Here's an attack shot blocked off of the post. Ryan Rainey cut it close on that one, but no goal. Trying to transition into an attack. Young out to tap it away, back over the blue line. On the attack, down the ice once again. This is Rand who gets knocked off the puck back behind. Gets grabbed up by Radu, but instead Adrian corrals, trying to send out ahead. Skating down the ice is Alfonsi, but he can't beat the Blue Devil defender to the puck. Instead, we go the other direction, down the ice, loses possession of it, gets it back, tapped away by two Bulldogs, contested again, 5-on-5, full strength for both teams. Down the ice, the other direction, throws one off towards goal. Young swats it away. Trying to collect it was Jacob Melanik. He can't quite get it. Instead, it goes all the way over. Throw up in the air. Tapped off of the puck. Chasing it down to Schmidt. He gets knocked off. Blue Devils recover back behind their own goal. Under 3 minutes to go here in the period. Blue Devils on the attack once again. The goal scorer, Will Jens, has it knocked away. Now Jens gets it back. Throws it over, not quite over the blue line. Stays on, in the attack, right in front. Blocked away by Ryan Rainey. Gets it back, throws it around, does Barnes. Loses it on the ice, collected back behind by Adrian. Adrian throws it up ahead. Collected back in neutral ice. Sends one down behind the back line. Olenek has it taken away. It goes back around behind. Ryan Rainey sees it coming out of the corner of his eye. Covers it up with the glove. Now, Bulldogs will drop the puck again here. Tie game. 9 shots for Adrian. 7 for Lawrence Tech. Not a lot of opportunities for either team. It's been a game played a majority either on power plays or in the neutral zone.
Yeah, both these teams, they have rack up a lot of penalty minutes on the years. 16 minutes a game for Adrian and 20 penalty minutes per game for Lawrence Tech.
Lawrence Tech tries to generate an offensive attack once again, but loses it over the blue line. Adrian player not able to chase it down after losing their stick in that exchange. Instead, it goes the other direction. Ryan Rainey slides over to block that one away, back behind the net. Adrian will kind of play it back around. Collected in the end by Luke Miller, who sends it out ahead to Shadell. Shadell has it across ice all the way down. Shot towards net is gloved by Young. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle, but players skate apart.
I don't want to pick up a penalty, especially this late in the period, where the other team could potentially go into the locker room and say, okay, we're going to have a man advantage for a minute at least coming out into the second period, where you could draw something up right off the gate.
to swap out the Adrian player here for the face-off. Puck down, controlled by the Blue Devils. Swinging around the backside. Fisher trying to get control of it, loses it. Adrian tries to penetrate. Shadell gets knocked over.
Yeah, very similar to what we saw early in the first period with Sorrell on the other end laying out an offensive attacker right in the high scoring area. Blue Devils return the favor late in the first period.
Puck down as both teams kind of bat it back and forth. Now the Blue Devils have it. 4-on-2 on the break. They skate down the ice, around the back. Not able to generate a shot out of it. Good defensive interception on the far side. Adrian will skate the other way. On the attack is Sorrell. He throws it out, blocked by Young. Young gets a stick on it to throw it away down the ice, trying to leave it behind. Out in front, shot blocked away, rebound, not quite there. Ryan Rainey covers it up, more shoving after the whistle, but Ryan Rainey with the save. This remains a 1-1 game.
Yeah, a little scramble drill there back for Adrian. It was a one-on-one as Dom was mixed up with the Blue Devil, and then behind the play, Fisher came back in to almost put the goal home, but Rainey able to cover it up. Then the pokes after the play is dead. That's what spurns the aggression after the whistle.
Puck down, under a minute to go here in the period. Adrian trying to clear it off of this end, get it out all the way through neutral ice. Able to collect it there is Barnes. He'll skate around the back with it, out to neutral ice, continuing to just hold it here, gets it over the blue line, race right down in front, blocked away, sent off towards goal. Ryan Rainey taps it aside to the back line, trying to pass it around, but Adrian intercepts. They'll skate the other direction down the ice. Darnell sends one out behind net. Darnell recollects it as well, sends it across, tries to get a high-quality look there, does Therian. Not able to send it off towards goal. He was eyeing that 6th goal of the year, but not quite able to make it happen, as this remains a 1-1 game, a back-and-forth affair here at the Arrington.
Yeah, Therian on the last chance there, a one-timer right in front, just couldn't get it on his tape like he wanted, so it went just away. And then for both these squads, really, Adrian leads the shot totals 11-8. It's just because they've been on the power play more than Lawrence Tech has. They've made a couple of mistakes, obviously the big one being the own goal happening on the right side here. But for Adrian, they've played a pretty solid and clean game besides a couple of penalties. Ryan Rainey has been really solid in net, and he's made a couple of nice saves. And obviously the two-man game for the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils between Gents and DeHaas is what led to their lone goal. So we sit tied here at 1 apiece.
Big thing in that period, yeah, Adrian leads the shot count, but the goal that they did get was the own goal by Lawrence Tech. So, yeah, you've put some offensive pressure together, but you haven't been the team to break through. It was Lawrence Tech that's actually broken through and scored an offensive goal in this game. As, yeah, it's 1-1, but this feels like an incredibly balanced game right now, as a top 25 game should be.
Yeah, gone both ways, and I think for Lawrence Tech, you got to feel fairly good about where you're at. Obviously, Adrian hasn't scored a goal on you. From the offense perspective, you had a couple of mistakes, but if you can just clean those mistakes up moving into the second period, then I think they're going to be in a really good spot for the remainder of the 40 minutes.
Adrian College comes in ranked 22nd in ACHA. Lawrence Tech, they are ranked 13th. The next ranking update going to be coming out before these two teams play their next games. So last games at their current ranking position. Adrian trying to move up. Lawrence Tech trying to do the same, as we are tied up from the Arrington. Adrian College, Lawrence Tech University, 1-1 our score. We'll be back with the second period here on ACTV in just a moment.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow AdrianCollegeTV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena. Your Adrian College Bulldogs Men Division III ACHA hockey team take on the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils, a top 25 matchup in the nation. Adrian College coming in ranked 22nd. Lawrence Tech sitting at 13th in this last game of the second edition of the Power Rankings. The third edition set to come out later next week. Josh Mitchell and Nathan Linder here with you for the second period. A 1-1 game in that Adrian had some opportunities, never was able to force a goal through until it was an own goal by Lawrence Tech that eventually broke our scoreless game. Lawrence Tech came back with a beautiful 2-on-2 transition, double two-man game, ended up finding the back of the net, tied it up 1-1. So, Nate, two teams that last night played 1-1 through regulation. Lawrence Tech got the win in overtime. What are we looking at here in the second period of, again, a low-scoring tie game?
It's really going to come down to special teams. You know, both these teams committed a couple of penalties here in the first period, led to a couple of 5-on-4s, even a 5-on-3 in favor of Adrian College, even a 4-on-4. So we've had almost all of it moving forward. I think that'll just be, you know, who can make the least amount of mistakes. It's kind of the same thing in the first period. When you're playing a good team, you can't give them extra possessions. You have to limit your turnovers and really capitalize on any chance that they give you. For Adrian College, it's a real turnaround season. They matched their season total in wins from last year. They're only 10-14-1 overall last year and 1-9 in conference. So it's really good to see them turn it around this year, and they're hoping to have a little better success in the playoffs. Last year they lost to the University of Michigan in the first round of the MCHC playoffs, 4-3 in overtime.
Puck drop is down, and we are back in action here from the Arrington Ice Arena. Period number 2 is underway. Adrian College starts off the period quickly and then turns it over as the Blue Devils will take possession, trying to play it over to center ice, taken away and collected by Dorset. He sends it across ice as they'll skate over the blue line, penetrate into the back line. Behind the back pass goes right down in front. Nobody there to collect it. Adrian not able to keep it on this end. It will go all the way down. No icing granted as Dorset will go back to play it. Pass goes across ice. Dorset collects it again. Able to grab it quickly with Shadell. He'll maintain possession. Blue Devils clear out. Swap out their skates on the ice as Shadell penetrate all the way through. Tries to pass it backwards. Gets intercepted by Fisher for the Blue Devils. 3-on-2 on the fast break. Out in front, back behind, shot blocked and covered up by the Adrian College goalie, Ryan Rainey. Rainey and Young in nets, respectively, for their teams. Both, I think, played pretty well, and really you can't blame either one for the goals that did go in.
No, definitely not. For Young, he fielded it behind the net, but just unfortunate that his teammate kind of bumped into him.
Tries to throw a shot over, blocked away, back behind. More heavy contact, and it gets, I believe, caught up in the net momentarily.
I think they're calling that for a hand pass.
So they'll reset over here, drop the puck again. Down as goes back into the corner. Able to collect out in front, tries to throw it over, but we got a foul.
Going to be penalty against number 8, Hudson Fisher, right in front of the net. He pushed a Bulldog over. Clear as day. Bulldog might have sold it a little bit. Fisher called 2 minutes for cross-checking. So, like we said, special teams is going to be a big role. Bulldogs are going to go on the power play for the next 2 minutes.
Fisher, one of the leaders on this team, 3 goals, 4 assists on the campaign. I'll miss him as he'll take a seat for the next 2 minutes. 5-on-4 in Adrian College's favor. We will play on. Loses this one as it goes back over the ice. Quickly down, able to collect, penetrate down, back behind, loses it. Collected in the end by Adrian. Skate the other direction, play it off the glass, over the blue line. Able to tap it back into neutral ice quickly, though. Dorchach will have to chase it down. Deflected and all the way onto the Adrian College end, as even with a man advantage, you struggle to penetrate this Lawrence Tech defense. Now they've managed to get it back behind, does Darnell as it swings around the outside. Back behind to Therian. Therian, swing it over. Trying to set it down in front, not quite ready for it. Dorchach will swing it back around behind once again. Cross ice to Darnell. He tries to feed it in front, blocked away. Transition now, 2-on-1 again. Laying out on the ice to slow that one down just long enough. Loses possession of it. They'll move the other way. Great defensive play there to slow down that 2-on-1 break. And a whistle on the far side as we transition.
Now that puck, as they were trying to clear it towards central ice, a Bulldog still was hanging over the bench area, and that's what knocked it down just a little bit, so ref caught that. Another two-on-one advantage here with gents out in front, and the Bulldogs pulled the old move that I love to use in Chell, just hit both bumpers, go flat down to the ground.
Still 40 seconds on this power play. On the attack is Adrian. Trying to establish just some offensive pressure here. Now they send one off. Good save by Young. Trying to collect it here. Shadell continues to fight for it. Poked away. It goes down the ice. 2-on-2 on the break. Collect. Left off in front. Nobody there. Back the other way we go. 15 seconds on the power play. As Scally will throw it back behind. He recollects it. Skates all the way around the outside. Leaves it off for Luke Miller. Miller gets contested by a pair of Blue Devils and throws it all the way through, straight to the back down the ice. Penalty kill is good for the Blue Devils. Like you said, special teams playing a big role so far. Another penalty kill is good. Blue Devils collect. Big hit right at center ice. Adrian's able to tap it onto the back line. Scally going to chase it down there as the Blue Devils will swing it around the other side. Adrian trying to control it now on their own end. Sorrell sends it across to Dom. Dom gets it intercepted out in front. Blocked away. Wrap around. Blocked again. Collected by Adrian College back behind the net. Able to swing it around the outside all the way down the ice for an icing.
Bodies colliding on both sides. It was Shadell and Jaskowitz who collided on the blue line on our left side. Shadell was trying to dish out the hit, but ended up taking the blunt of it. And then again on the other side, in front of the net, two bodies collided. This D3 team's not afraid to lay it out on the line.
Collision with the official that time as everybody hops up as it continues to rotate around. Intercepted by Adrian. They'll try and execute some kind of fast break. Just going to feed it down ahead, get a couple of fresh skates on the ice. More contact, more players on the ice as it continues to swing around. Adrian going to chase it back towards their own blue line. Able to collect and throw it across was King. Intercepted by the Blue Devils. They'll leave it across on the far side. Sent across, nobody there. Adrian pushing for it now, just outside the face-off zone. Kind of got it pinned against the wall. Now it pops free. Blue Devils possession. Shot goes far wide to the left. Blue Devils pushing, fighting for it on the far side. Fisher has it intercepted as he tries to send it around the backside. Now Ron sends it across. Fisher not quite able to send a shot that way.
Extra attacker out here for the Blue Devils. Delayed penalty.
Blue Devils maintain possession. As you said, delayed penalty, 6-on-5. To the far side. Adrian just needs to touch this puck to get that penalty in. Tries to send one off, blocked away. Blue Devils trying to maintain their 6-on-5, but Adrian able to make contact, and that'll transition us into another penalty kill situation.
Well, Adrian went on the power play earlier in the period, and now Lawrence is going to go on the power play. Initial call is for interference gone against Maxim Sorrell.
Maxim Sorrell will head to the penalty box with 14-14 to go here in the second period. 5-on-4, the Lawrence Tech advantage. This one gets tapped away all the way through onto the back end. Collected there by Lasher. Lasher leaves it off for Gents, the goal scorer for Lawrence Tech. Gives it off to Lasher again. He'll skate the other direction. Lasher all the way through. Sends it across ice. Not quite able to get the pass on target there. So it'll be Jaworski who he'll skate down in front. Loses possession of it. Goes all the way back around behind. Adrian trying to clear it. They will off the wall. 2-on-1, the fast break. Down in front on the attack. Shot and a goal! A short-handed goal to give Adrian College the advantage.
It's Nolan Dorsch going down the length of the ice for the shorthanded goal for Adrian College. Talk about a momentum shifter. He had the 2-on-1, decided to take it himself, and he beats the glove side of Tim Young.
Nolan Dorsch, the defender, his third goal of the campaign, gives Adrian College a 2-1 advantage on the short-handed goal. Not something you see very often. Lawrence Tech will try and establish some momentum, now trailing by 1. Loses it off down the ice. Adrian will clear it all the way back down and behind. Young will leave it there. Still 45 seconds on the power play for Lawrence Tech. Skating down the ice is Radu. Radu will take it all the way in front. Tries to send one through. It ends up in the back of the net, but they'll say no goal.
Yeah, Luke Radu, absolute with a lot of speed coming down the ice. Put a shot on net and then just runs into the goaltender there, and Rainey knocks the posts off of its bars. And then a cleanup by the Blue Devils, but they wave off no goal, assuming going to be goaltender interference. Well, the posts were off of its hinges, so no goal. But a good opportunity there for Lawrence.
A couple of Adrian College players over to check on Ryan Rainey, as that was a pretty heavy hit he took. Appears to be fine as they drop the puck out of neutral ice. Lawrence Tech collects, sends one towards goal, wide to the right. Collecting it on the near side. Still 25 seconds to go in the power play. Long shot blocked out in front. Swing it around the outside. On top. Into the circle. A shot blocked by Ryan Rainey. Adrian not able to clear it away quite yet. Still 10 seconds to go here in the power play. Lawrence Tech throws it off to the far side. Over to the near side now. In front. Blocked. Tapped. Blocked again. Rebound's not quite there. Round behind. Trying to wrap it around. Able to maintain possession is Lawrence Tech for now. Adrian trying to get the clear, and they will do just that. It's a penalty kill for Adrian, and now they're on the transition. Throws one across ice. Able to collect it was Shadell. He'll leave it off on the attack for Adrian. He gets it taken away, leaves one back behind. Poked around, collected by the Blue Devils. Plays it off the wall, down the near side. Trying to throw it over out in front, but nobody quite there. Over near side, shot right to the right. Adrian College collects once again. In front again, crossed ice, shot not quite there. A one-timer that just missed. Now the other direction, go the Blue Devils. Is back and forth, up and down the ice we go. Lawrence Tech will swap out their skates. Line change in. Sends it across to the near side. Allen will throw it down to neutral ice. All the way through into the back line. Has it poked away. More contact. Adrian players go down. Penalty called. That one will go against Lawrence Tech as Adrian College will return to the power play.
The momentum keeps building here for the Adrian College Bulldogs. After a shorthanded penalty, after a shorthanded goal, they go back on the power play, and again, it's number 5, Logan Barnes, heading to the box for his 3rd time today.
Adrian College on the power play. 2 minutes with just under 11 minutes to play here in the second period. Already the 2-1 advantage. Top 25 showdown here in men's Division III hockey. Wrap it around onto the far side. Throws it away. Gets over Luke Miller's head as it'll go all the way through onto back ice. Luke Miller will collect it. Tries to throw it across. Able to do just that. It goes all the way through into the back, but oh, they're going to call an icing.
Oh, I thought that one was tipped at the red line, but the referees must have seen it a separate way. The Bulldogs, a defensive zone draw despite being on the power play.
Adrian wins the faceoff. Throw it across to Shadell. Shadell loses it at neutral ice. Blue Devils trying to play it forward. Gets over the blue line. Both teams kind of poking for it against the wall right in front of the Adrian College bench. Shadell collects it. Takes it over the blue line, though, so he'll back up, give his teammates a chance to recollect. Able to get it now as they'll start a transition, try and start an attack. Shadell ends up with it on the near side, loses it to Alfonso. Shadell gets it back. Shadell throws one towards goal, blocked away, rebound not quite there. Tapped away by the Blue Devils to go all the way down the ice. Ryan Rainey back to leave it there for his team as both teams will swap out the lines. On the attack is Dorrell. He sends it ahead to Therian. Therian shot blocked by Young. Wrap around. Another shot. Young almost covers that one up. Instead it gets away. Down the ice once again. Adrian will try and chase after it. Collision on the far side as Ryan tries to get it off. Shot into the back of the net. What do you know? It's another shorthanded goal. This one for Lawrence Tech.
Devin Gonzell for the shorthanded goal. Almost that two-man game we've seen here. Just a little overcommitted by the Adrian College player, and the back checker couldn't get back in time. Gonzell puts it in the back of the net with 15 seconds left on the penalty. We're knotted up at 2.
A game of Goals you don't often see. 2 shorthanded goals and an own goal make up for 3 of our 4 goals so far. Adrian College with 10 seconds on the power play. Throws it out ahead. Another icing called. If you're ready to explore your Adrian future, Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/scholarship-day. Dates coming up January 24th, and then out ahead into February, March, and into April as well. A fantastic opportunity for anyone looking to attend Adrian College. Set for the puck drop once again. 7 seconds on the power play. Adrian will collect, swinging around the outside of their own zone. Able to collect out to neutral ice as the penalty kill is good for Lawrence Tech. Adrian able to get it out ahead. Down the ice is Jay King. In front, shot, blocked away. Rebound, not quite there. Huge hit in front, blocked away again.
There's a penalty going to be called, and one of the few very rare penalties we see here at the Arrington Ice Arena. It's going to be called for charging. Going against number 15, excuse me, that's 16, James Schmidt. Been all over the ice today. After he had that shot, just charged the puck, knocked the guy over, and back again we go with the man advantage.
You said special teams. Well, it wasn't quite the special teams we've anticipated to this point. Lawrence Tech on the power play. 2 shorthanded goals account for the scoring in this period. Adrian College now going to have to defend a 5-on-4 once again. Blue Devils collect, going around the outside. Other side, shot into the belly of Ryan Ramey. He'll cover that one up.
Shots are on a teeter-totter right now between shots on goal. Adrian leads it 16-15, but we've seen Lawrence Tech climb back into the category. About as back and forth of a top 25 game as you could possibly hope for. This one gets tapped away off the face-off all the way down the ice. Chasing it down aggressively was Darnell. He can't intercept. Able to tap it away and control it at neutral ice, though. So able to get that pass and throw down all the way across the ice again. So just burning time on the power play. Darnell out to try and make this transition difficult, as able to get down the ice were the Blue Devils. Now they get it around back behind, swinging around to the top of the circle. In front, shot, not quite there. More contested, player goes down right in net, as frustration showing again, as I believe that is going to be the 3rd penalty of the game on Logan Barnes. It's actually going to be his 4th in the box. He took a hit there, so now he's going to dish it back. Goes up top as he takes the Bulldogs' glove off, and then it gets called for the penalty. He cannot believe it. The 4th time he's been in the sin bin. Logan Barnes, clean it up, man.
Big-bodied defender for this Lawrence Tech team. We'll transition to the Lawrence Tech end. 4-on-4 on the ice. Lawrence Tech collects it on the far side. Transitions further ahead to Radu. Radu will take it out ahead, stops, send it back over to Peterson. Peterson goes wide left. Able to collect and transition to Shadell. He'll throw it out ahead. Gets by one man as they'll go back behind the net. Chasing it down there was Adranish. He gets put into the boards, and that'll be another hand up from the official.
We got another charging call. This one going against Lawrence Tech and number 24, Josh Peterson. So now we're going to see 4-on-3 hockey.
Something you don't see very often, but as the situation we find ourselves in, 3 players are sitting in the box. And it's 4-on-3, but only for 34 seconds, and then it transitions to Adrian having a 5-on-3 advantage for almost a full minute. 4-on-3. Adrian College on top. Fewer players, more space. Try and get some shots on goal. Here's one that is sent right into the glove of Tim Young.
Nice glove save by Young there. Saw it all the way. He's got more room to work with now. There's fewer players out on the ice, so instead of the usual 10 in front of you, you only got 7.
Puck down. Adrian not able to keep it on this end, so they'll transition onto the backside. Dorchich back there gets by one Lawrence Tech defender over the blue line. Plays it off the wall into the back corner. Chasing it down there as it's Shadell who swings it across the far side of the ice. Shot blocked away. Rebound. Trying to chase it down. Tap all the way down the ice. Adrian College comes out of the penalty box, which means this is now a 5-on-3 for the next 45 seconds. Adrian continuing to take their time here. Shadell backs all the way up into his own side, trying to set up the offense. Send it across, near side. On the penetration now, all the way through, send it across, around and back. Swinging around to the top, back to the near side. Shot goes wide to the right and swings all the way around the outside of the circle. Will roll all the way down right in front of Ryan Rainey as Adrian will collect and move the other direction. Only 8 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Continuing to just rotate around here. Shadell tries to play it forward. Now it gets tapped away, and right out of the box on the attack goes Logan Barnes. Not quite able to get there quick enough. Almost a very dangerous moment of transition for Adrian as they remain on a 5-on-4 for the next 20 seconds. Poked away in front, collected, and going the other way is Jeff Rond. He gets out in front, swings around the outside, loses it as it goes around, and another hand up from the official. He's going to send another player to the box.
Initial call is for hooking, and I think it's going against Adrian College with 8 seconds remaining on one penalty. Not sure who it is. It's number 44, not on the roster sheet, obviously with the military night jerseys. Well, he's got number 29 on his helmet, so I'm going to assume that's Tyler Allen. But back come Lawrence Tech. It's going to be 4-on-4 for 8 seconds, and then Lawrence Tech Blue Devil will escape the box, and they'll go 5-on-4.
Back into the action. Blue Devils second away as they return to full strength. Now they are on the power play after only minutes ago being on a 5-on-3. Shot towards goal off the helmet of Ryan Rainey. Lawrence Tech collects it as they rotate around the back. Fighting for it there is Kevin Dom as it rotates around. Lawrence Tech will maintain possession in the 5-on-4. Leave it off for Gents, one of the goal scorers for Lawrence Tech. He sends it across ice, in front, blocked away. Ryan Rainey with another save. As Lawrence Tech has taken the lead in shots on goal for the first time in this contest, I believe. Other direction, down the ice we go. Lasher has it knocked off with his stick, able to recollect it. Swinging around, trying to get it back behind. Adrian tap, clear back to center ice. On the penetration again is Rayu. Rayu loses it, collected. Trying to clear it away is Adrian, not able to do so. Tries to swing it all the way around the circle, and they will. It'll go all the way down the ice. Lawrence Tech collected there. 30 seconds left on the power play. Adrian in transition. Attack, shot off of Ryan Rainey, high into the air, swatted away as it falls down. Lawrence Tech continues the power play. 15 seconds left. This shot goes in front. Nobody there. Blocked away, back over the blue line. 10 seconds on the power play, and a whistle back behind as Ryan Rainey took some contact. Trainer's out to check on him as he's in some pain in the net, as missed exactly what happened. This was some kind of shot back behind the play here. Looks like his own player kind of slid into him there a little bit, as Trainer's out to check on him, and he is in some pain. So we will step aside as they check on Ryan Rainey in net. Bulldogs and Blue Devils tied 2-2. We'll be right back here on Adrian College Television. Trainers out to check on Ryan Rainey. Check him out. Seems like he is all right to continue. Going to stay in the game. Josh Mitchell and Nathan Linder here with you for a 2-2 game in a top 25 matchup in ACHA Division III hockey. Adrian College, Lawrence Tech. Second game of a home-and-home. Adrian College took the loss in the first game to Lawrence Tech yesterday in a 2-1 overtime contest. This one turning into an equally heavily contested battle. 2-2 our score. Lawrence Tech back on the attack. Both teams at full strength for the first time in about 8 minutes as these teams continue to go back and forth, trading penalties, power plays, and power play kills for the most part. Over to the far side. Try to throw one towards goal. Gets blocked away by a front man. Over the blue line as Lawrence Tech will reset. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Over in front. Blocked away by the big-bodied defenseman, Jacob Melenik, tallest player on this Adrian College roster. Big 6'5", right in the middle of that defense as now they transition towards the offense. Able to get it down behind the net. Not able to get the interception, so it's an aggressive transition all the way down the ice for last year. One of the leading goal scorers for this Lawrence Tech team with 5 on the season. Here's one that gets tapped away. Other direction, popped up in the air all the way right through to Young. Young leaves it off for his teammate who slips quickly, but it goes all the way through to the other side, wrap around the circle. More contention as it's Shadell who is fighting for it. Loses it to Lawrence Tech, trying to pass it ahead. Teammate didn't quite see it, so it's Adrian who gets to turn this into almost a transition opportunity. Shadell gets marked by 3 defenders, sees a black military appreciation jersey, tries to pass it ahead, but nobody there. Other direction we go. It's Ivanov who takes it all the way behind, wraps around, almost sneaks through the legs of Ryan Rainey, but stays out of the net. Adrian College transitions the other direction. Tap blocked away, high up into the air, back over to Adrian College, and Walsh who will throw it all the way down. Trying to swing it around, it goes up into the net.
Take a look at that last play there on the defensive end for the Adrian College Bulldogs. A scary scene as the puck went through the legs of Rainey. Almost couldn't find it. Eventually it squirts out. Bulldogs survive another scare. 69 seconds left in the second period.
Lawrence Tech with possession momentarily. Adrian able to steal it away. 60 seconds to go here in the period. Throw it over on the offensive end. Adrian not playing too aggressive on the backside as in front. A lot of poking around, a lot of rebounds, but Young keeps it out. Another shot gets blocked away. Ton of bodies just in front as not really high-quality opportunities, but those rebounds always dangerous. Other direction we go. In front, wraparound shot wide to the right and into the netting here at the Arrington.
Almost had him again. It was Luke Radu trying to go glove side to get the top right shelf. Just missed. And the Bulldogs catch another break. They're hanging on by threads just to keep this a tie ball game.
32 seconds to go here in the second period. Down, trying to throw one ahead, blocked by a front man. Other direction, more contact on the near side. All the way through, into the back goes Scally. Scally leaves it out in front. Rebound's not quite there. Recollected, shot, blocked away, more rebounds, poked away, and the goal gets knocked off of its hinges. Penalty as well. As a pair of Adrian College players down on the ice. We'll take a look at that one again.
Point blank opportunity right there for Alfonsi. Worked its way around again and then down in front as he gets pushed into the goal post, and they're going to eject him for us. It's number 25, Trevor Lozier. As in front, it was Gavin Scally who got bumped into the post. And just the second period riddled with penalties left and right. We've seen every single combination of players on ice you can, except for 3-on-3, obviously. But we've had 5-on-4, 4-on-4, 4-on-3, 5-on-3. Anything you want, you can ask for. 2 shorthanded goals. And this is going to be a 5-minute major going against the Lawrence Tech in the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. So Bulldogs get the last 12 seconds with a man advantage, and then they go to the dressing room and get the drop. A couple of plays here as they'll have over 4 minutes of the man advantage coming into the third period.
Officials still talking, making sure the Lawrence Tech coaching staff understands the nature of the call. They have to send a player over to spend the 5-minute penalty in the box. So they will send whole camp over to spend that time there for now. Crystal again. Make sure everybody's set up. Puck down. 10 seconds to go here in the period. Adrian, send it around. Wrap around behind. Swing around to the near side. In front. Not there. Rebound. Blocked away. No goal. 1 second in the period. The horn will sound, and Lawrence Tech will survive for now.
Yeah, for now is right. We'll look at the last play there off of the face-off. Bulldogs just playing behind the net, had a chance in front, and then right there on the short side, rebound opportunity was no good on the rebound attempt. But, boy, Adrian is going to have a 5-on-4 advantage for the next 4 minutes and 48 seconds. And it'd be interesting to see what they draw up, and Lawrence is going to have to defend that.
Before they head back to the bench, the Lawrence Tech coaching staff talking to his guys. A lot of penalties in that second period. As you said, all multitude of possible combinations of numbers you could have thought of. Multiple shorthanded goals. Frustration coming out from the Lawrence Tech sideline as they get ready to move into the bench. One of their leaders, Trevor Lozier, 5 goals, 5 assists, leading the team in both of those categories. He gets ejected from this game as Lawrence Tech will head back into the locker room for the second period as these two teams, top 25 in the nation. Adrian College, 22nd, 1-4 against ranked teams on the season. Took the 2-1 overtime loss to Lawrence Tech out at their place yesterday, trying to get a huge win here from the Arrington. And as you predicted, Linder, is special teams all throughout that entire period.
Yeah, like we said right before the break, was you've seen every single combination of players on the ice and penalties left and right. We've seen 4 penalties go against one single player in Lawrence Tech and Logan Barnes, but in there for almost every single call. You could see a couple of cross checks as he's been playing down in front of the net, one of the larger guys on the ice. I just can't get over the head coach for Lawrence Tech threw a stick out on the ice, and there was no call called against him on the officials. The Adrian coaches were saying, like, how the heck did he get to do that? But the referee's like, oh, hold on, we'll talk to him. But we still got 15 minutes until the third period, and it's going to be an eventful one at that.
Can't imagine it's a very pleasant time in the visiting locker room for Lawrence Tech right now. Their coach clearly fired up, as the Lawrence Tech, that's a team that competed in the Final Four a season ago after a spectacular season for them. They've already lost 4 games this season. That's more than they lost all of last season, and they're really trying to get back to that kind of territory. Not the best start to a campaign for them.
Yeah, for Lawrence Tech, they went 32-2 last year overall, a perfect 11-0 in conference. They lost the MCHC championship to Hope College 5-2. In the national tournament, they won 3 games in the pool play and then lost to Hope again 5-0 in the national semifinal. So they had the potential to get back to it. I'm sure they lost some guys that they are missing here on offensively, but guys like Will Gents are getting it done, as well as Hudson Fisher's got 3 goals and 4 assists, but they just got to clean it up. They're making a lot of mistakes on both sides of the puck, and they got to stay out of the box.
For both teams, got to stay healthy. A lot of physical hits out there. Ryan Rainey looked like he was banged up. He stayed in. A couple Adrian players, they're staying down the ice a little bit. This is a physical game out here.
Yeah, both sides. We've seen the trainer come out twice here in the latter stages of the second period, once for our goaltender and Ryan Rainey, which I was surprised he stayed in the game. He looked to be in a lot of pain, but I guess just needed a couple minutes to collect himself. And then that last play, which ended up in the 5-minute major gone against Lawrence Tech, the trainer came out again, but he was up quickly. And, well, we'll see after they come out. 20 minutes left to go in the third period to decide this one.
2-2 our score from the Arrington Ice Arena. Adrian College and Lawrence Tech University locked in another good one. We'll be back for the third period coming up here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Josh Mitchell and Nathan Linder here with you, getting set to start the third period between Adrian College and Lawrence Tech University. A heated rivalry matchup here from the Arrington. 2-2 our score in a top 25 showdown for men's Division III ice hockey. As Adrian College has taken the ice, they're doing their skate around. Lawrence Tech yet to come out of their locker room area here at the Arrington Ice Arena. And Nate, that was quite the second period. A lot of penalties and 2 goals. Of all things, they were shorthanded goals.
Yeah, a shorthanded goal scored by number 8, Nolan Dorsch. And then, do you have the number for who scored the Lawrence Tech goal?
I don't. I have the one from the first period.
Yeah,
it was Will Jentz.
Yeah, Will Jentz.
We're very sorry. We don't know who scored that goal in the second period for Lawrence Tech. But nonetheless, back and forth. I think a key thing to talk about here, Nate, is that at the very end of the second period, big hit, contact, goalpost gets knocked off its post, and one of the leading goal scorer and one of the leading assist players for this Lawrence Tech team, Trevor Locher, he gets ejected from the game for a 5-minute major. There's still 4:48 to go on that penalty, And you had a full 15-minute break for Adrian College to talk about how they want to play this period. What are we thinking here?
Yeah, it's a huge advantage you have for Adrian College here. Almost 5 minutes of 5-on-4 hockey. You're going to be looking to win the faceoff right away and get down in the offensive area to really bog down Lawrence Tech. But they've been really good despite being shorthanded. They're clogging up passing lanes, usually having most of their players on the strong side of the puck. But they're able to clear it out, and they're usually able to break out in transition. We've seen them score a shorthanded goal last period. So if they can get another one here, then that would be a huge momentum swing.
Ryan Rainey is back in net for Adrian College. Was banged up a little bit during that second period, but he is back out. On the power play for Adrian College, 4:30 to go in it. Third period, Josh Mitchell and Nathan Linder here with you in a tie game from the Arrington. Adrian will keep it on the offensive end momentarily, but it gets popped up into the air by Pedersen as it goes down the ice. Adrian will collect here. Does Dorchek. Dorich will slowly skate ahead. Long power play, so they don't have to rush too quickly. Adrian will try and get control here, establish some possession. Dorchek leaves it across, tapped around, back into the backside. Lawrence Tech tries to clear it away. Adrian player loses their stick. Dorchek remains with it. He swings it around the outside. Gets down the back wall, over the blue line. He'll swing all the way back down to Ryan Rainey behind net. He tries to leave it off, almost gets picked off. Ryan Rainey pokes it away. Miscommunication on the backside. Gonzell almost sneaks in a goal for Lawrence Tech. Instead, it's the other direction. Down the ice goes Shadell. Shadell sends it across, and whistle. I think they call him for an offsides there.
Yeah, and actually I think it was Devin Gonzell who scored the goal in the second period. Nearly pickpocketed Rainey. He didn't know he was behind him. A miscommunication between Rainey and his teammate there. As that was almost dangerous, and then Gonzell almost looking for an interference call as Rainey was kind of boxing him out.
Over to Allen on the far side. He'll throw it across ice to Shadell. Shadell not able to control it. Taps away dangerously right towards Tim Young, but he gets down, covers it up. So we'll drop into the faceoff. 3:10 to go here on the extended power play. Down quickly. Allen trying to get it. Taps away over to Luke Miller. Miller back over to Allen. Allen inside. Back to Allen. Allen will take it around behind. Wrap all the way around. Swing it around the outside to Shadell. Shadell collects it in the corner. Harassed by a Lawrence Tech defender. Now he's got it out towards the blue line. Sends it down behind. Pass back over. Now controlling it behind is Alfonsi. Over to Allen. Allen back to Alfonso. Over to Shadell. His shot. Swing and a miss. Shadell recollects. Sends one off. Blocked away. Tapped around. Young will cover it up for another save for Young in this game, as both goalies have faced 21 shots on goal. 2 goals given up either way.
Yeah, Shadell just missed on a fire there from the left dot, but actually almost worked out in his favor as he had 2 Lawrence Tech players heading out, and they were behind him as he had the second shot.
Gonna wave Andrash out of the circle. Move Darnell in. Puck down, tap, back in front. Now it goes back around behind once again. Sinwalk loses it as it gets cleared all the way through. Back to Darnell, who taps it away. Stumbling a little bit there, is trying to stop on the fresh sheet of ice was Dorchek. And now we go into a breakaway all the way through, down the ice, blocked away by Young. Contested, kind of held up against the boards there. Adrian player goes down. No call from the official. Goes all the way back down, right to Dorchek, or to Ryan Rainey once again. Dorchek's the one who fields it. Now it gets out ahead. Young comes out of net to block it away. Adrian still minute 40 on the power play. Inside, Dorchesh blocked away and fed all the way through and down once again. Ryan Rainey comes out of net. They play it carefully. Like we said, almost gave up that miscommunication goal earlier. Instead, we skate all the way down on the attack. Gets tied up with the defender, does Darnell. Now he gets back, throws one towards net, right into the chest of Tim Young, who swallows that one up.
Bulldogs peppering the shots here on Tim Young. Looking for the tip on the possession prior. Just not able to get it. 75 seconds left on the power play. So Lawrence Tech has done an outstanding job at killing this one off, and they're not done yet.
Back out in front to Luke Miller. Luke Miller gets it back on front, trying to go for that tip play once again. Fonzie back behind. Taking their time here is Adrian, looking for that high-quality shot. Luke Miller sends it across, penetrates, shot high and into the netting of the Arrington as this Blue Devil defense down a player continues to hold. Still a full minute to go in this power play, 53 seconds to be precise, with 16 minutes to go in a tie game in a top 25 matchup, a rivalry game. Blue Devils try to play it across the wall, not able to get the clear. It stays on this end with Luke Miller. Miller across to Shadell, his shot off the chest of Young. Adrian not able to get a rebound shot right away. Scramble around for it. Now they wrap it around behind. Shadell loses it momentarily off the wall. Back to Shadell. He'll swing around all the way through to the top. Throw one towards goal. Covered up again by Young.
Oh, probably one more possession here for the Blue Devils on the defense. They're going to change out two of their players in an effort for the last 23 seconds. They got to kill off Adrian College. They've gotten the opportunities, just haven't put it in the back of the net. Tim Young's been outstanding right there in between the pipes. We've seen that a whole bunch of times here where Adrian College has had to change out their centers to take the draw. Not sure if someone's creeping early or what the case is there.
Right, it's happened quite a bit. Allen will throw one towards goal. It goes wide to the right. 15 seconds left on the power play. Up into the air. Shadell not able to get on it. Now Shadell has it. Pops around. Lawrence Tech trying to get a final clear in the power play. All the way through to the back. Wrap around. Over to neutral ice. Penalty kill is in. The extended 5-minute penalty kill out of a period break is good for Lawrence Tech as they'll clear it all the way down the ice. 2-2 our score here from the Arrington. Shadell leaves it off for Scally. Scally tries to send it ahead to Senwalk. Gets it taken away. More contact by both teams. On the aggressive play now is Ivanov. He loses it to Allen. Ivanov gets it back momentarily. Loses it now back behind. Allen tries to send it back over to Shadell. Not able to do so. Pops over towards Barnes. Barnes sends a shot towards goal. Blocked away again. Ryan Rainey with a pair of confident saves. Allen taking his time back behind. Sends one across ice. They'll relay it out ahead as it's Shadell who feeds it all the way down ice. Able to tap it over the shoulder. The Lawrence Tech defender was King. King able to get it into the corner. Sends it back out to the side to Schmidt. Schmidt loses it momentarily. Back off around. Wraparound shot not there. Lawrence Tech will transition on the attack. Down the ice goes Rand. Rand gets around in front. Shot away. Adrian College trying to get it here. Taps back over into the back corner once again, though. Pearson slammed up against the boards. Both teams playing physical here, continuing the aggression. Down the ice once again we go. Peterson tries to set ahead. Lawrence Tech player gets put on the ice, but it's still the aggression, still the offense for Lawrence Tech. They get all the way down. Tied up is Fisher with the Adrian College defender. Finally able to separate. Intercepted, taken away. Over to the near side, tries to send a shot off. Blocked away by Schmidt. Back behind once again. Around they go. Pearson, he'll get around in front. Tries to send one off. Blocked away. Controlled by Adrian. Not able to clear it over the blue line. Long range shot goes right into the glove of Ryan Rainey. So push it and shoving after the whistle in the offensive zone.
A lot of action there in the defensive area for the Bulldogs. They were not able to get it out. But finally, Rainey able to make the save, and he covers it up, and it's going to end up with a Bulldog penalty. Guess who? Number 13, Maxim Sorrell, heading back to the box for 2 minutes. We'll go 5-on-4, and here comes Lawrence Tech back onto the power play.
Special teams have been the key to this game. Multiple short-handed goals, not the kind of special teams you would have thought of, but the penalty kills have been huge for both sides in this contest. Another opportunity for one here, and an opportunity for Lawrence Tech to claim an advantage. Poked around. Lawrence Tech plays it off the wall, goes back behind. Wide out to play it was Ryan Rainey. Trying to play it away. Pops up, doesn't quite go out of the field of play. So continuing to play here. On the far side. Contested is Pearson. Challenged immediately. Tapped and cleared away. Adrian College with Henry Dorrell able to stall out some of this time. Lawrence Tech taking their time. Dorrell out to kind of slow things down here. Challenging as well is his partner on the defense, Anthony Alfonsi. Able to do the same thing again here is Dorrell, and just keeping him on this end. Another way to slow down and kill off a power play. Now the transition is on. Aggressive attack right in front. Ryan Rainey blocks it away. Tapped and played off the glass all the way through.
And this is going to be blown dead for a high stick, as right there on the offensive end, the Lawrence player was trying to keep it in. Hits the stick, but it went all the way down. Usually when you play the high stick call, you wait to play the possession, and if an Adrian player touches it first, then they'll let it go. But since that we're going all the way down to Lawrence Tech's area, Lawrence is going to be called for the high stick, and Bulldogs offensive draw despite being on the penalty kill.
The draw is controlled by Lawrence Tech, still on the man advantage for another 50 seconds. Down the ice we go once again, all the way through neutral ice, over the blue line. Deflection knocks it away. Adrian trying to clear it off. They collect, feed it out ahead. Trying to chase it down was Owen Barber. Not quite enough speed to get there, so instead it goes the other direction, and Adrian will just throw it back into this corner. 30 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Owen Barber out to kind of challenge this approach. Trying to just slow things down. Now they transition all the way ahead. Over the blue line. All the way through into the back goes Barnes. He's been in the box for 4 times this game. Here's a shot that goes towards goal. Gets blocked away. Collected on the far side by Jawinski. Now they contest for it. Collected, left off behind. Adrian tries to clear it ahead. Kind of a double touch on the hand pass, and that's going to draw a whistle.
We're going to have another penalty. Man, it's not looking like tennis out here, how much penalties we're having. This one going against Lawrence Tech.
That'll be Luke Radu headed to the box.
Yeah, I don't think the first time he's been in there yet tonight. A repeat offender.
And it comes right as Adrian College finished killing off their power play kill. So that means we transition from Adrian in a 5-3 deficit to Adrian with a 5-3 advantage. And once again, you pointed it out, Adrian, not sure what they're doing, kind of pressuring, going a little bit early on these draws, but they've had to swap out players a lot here this evening. Adrian with control, tie game, top 25, rivalry showdown. Men's Division III ice hockey. Swing a pass around, intercepted. The other direction we will go. Pull the way down the ice. Nice poke away, send in front. Deflection not quite there. Adrian collects, leaves it off behind. They will transition around to the far side. Now they'll move down the ice. All the way through, over center ice, down into the back. all the way through, sliding, losing their footing on the skates as they'll hit the boards on the far side. Both teams kind of poke at it. Now it's controlled and left off for Lawrence Tech. Able to clear it all the way through. One on none, fast break, right in front. Ryan Rainey clears it. A pure one-on-one save for Ryan Rainey.
And he's down on his knee again, but he's able to make the save. A 1-on-0 opportunity. Can't ask for much more. You just try to go 5-hole, and Rainey was right there to make the save.
Ryan Rainey's taken some contact in that, something you don't usually say about a goalie, but it's just been that kind of game. Adrian still 60 seconds on the power play. Crossed ice to Allen. Allen swing it back around behind to Luke Miller, who collects it. He'll bring it all the way out to the blue line. Taps it ahead right over to Lawrence Tech player, but Luke Miller able to reestablish the possession. Transition out ahead once again. All the way through goes Shadell. Down to the back line. Swing around all the way through. Gets knocked off the puck. Lawrence Tech collects it. Luke Miller able to knock him off quickly in neutral ice. Both teams kind of scrambling for it. Now it pops out away. Adrian with possession momentarily, but they get knocked off the puck quickly. Now the other direction we will go. All the way through. On the attack. Out in front, Allen cuts him off. So they'll reset, swinging across to the far side. Adrian defense being played with the 5-4 advantage. Able to get control of the puck here, but not establish the offensive pressure you would have liked during that power play.
And right off of the penalty kill, Lawrence Tech is going to ice this one all the way down. Shots on goal tally still going back and forth. Lawrence leads it now 26-25, and we're now under 10 minutes to go, under 9 minutes to go in the third period. Still knotted up at 2.
Adrian will win the faceoff. Pop up into the air, down onto the back end. Swing down and around as it'll transition all the way through. On the attack once again. Transition's been big for Lawrence Tech. This one out in front gets tapped away. Long range shot. Ryan Rainey deflects it up into the netting here at the Arrington Ice Arena. We will remind you that all of our Adrian College broadcasts are fully student ran. Our crew here this afternoon, Director Parker Beyer, Riley Juhas on top cam, Herms in the building supporting, of course Nathan Linder on color, and myself, Josh Mitchell, with the call. Another aggressive play here, out in front. Shot goes high and over the head of Ryan Rainey. Down and around. Adrian will corral it. Play it off the wall, all the way through. It'll roll right down past Tim Young for another icing, as this game, Linder, has been about penalty kills, shorthanded goals, back and forth play. 25-28 on the shot count. 2-2 on the scoreboard, as close of a top 25 game as you could possibly ask for.
And it's been very eventful, despite being a fairly low-scoring affair.
Lawrence Tech, long-range shot, blocked by a front man. Now swatting at it. Lawrence Tech gets the possession, tries to throw it off in front, knocked off the puck. Able to control it is Sorrell. Sorrell swings it around the outside. Fighting for it now against the boards on the far side. Pushing and shoving there as Lawrence Tech comes away with it. Around in front, into the front. Blocked away by Ryan Rainey. Both goalies have been outstanding here today. On the near side, tries to feed it in front for a rebound opportunity. Instead it goes to the far side. Long range shot goes high and left. Contested against the boards again. Here's one that pops off the center. Able to get it through, trying to find Schmidt. Instead it bounces all the way through the far side. Line change in for Adrian. It turns into almost an offensive opportunity for Fisher. Instead, Adrian starts to transition, gets tapped up into the air, and makes contact with the 2021-22 NCAA or NCHA League Championship banner hanging here in the rafters.
Yeah, both men's and women's right next to each other.
Offensive zone faceoff. Puck is down. Lawrence Tech with possession. Swing it all the way around the outside to the far side of the ice. Another one that gets tapped and bounces over to the near side. Able to wrap it around once again. Off in front. Rebound, not quite there. Good job to deflect that one before it got into dangerous territory if you're Adrian. Able to get this one over the blue line, all the way through into the back. Clear it over to the far side does Pearson. On the attack now, all the way through goes Dorshech. He falls down, able to get it back out. Long range shot gets blocked around. Lawrence Tech trying to clear it away. Not able to do so yet. Gets left off into the corner. Tap around, tries to feed it around in front. Instead it wraps around behind. They'll swing it around there, wrap it around to the far side as Lawrence Tech continues to play this solid defense that has kept them in all their games so far this season. An icing called here with 6:14 to go in the third period of this contest.
With these teams icing a lot, it's not unlikely. They're kind of used to it at this point, whether being on the penalty kill, they can freely send it down the other end, but hopefully the last 6 minutes or so here will play a little bit of clean hockey, but if a penalty does occur, it's going to be huge momentum swing. Lawrence Tech will win this face-off on their defensive zone. High off the glass, bounces all the way through. Trying to chase it down as DeHaas gets cut off and going to call, I believe, an icing here. Another icing. Lawrence Tech is icing so much they can open a bakery. So the legs are stuck out on the ice.
We'll transition back ahead here. And just like you said, not able to make the switch off the icing. Officials letting them know that as they have to bring the forward Zach Greer back onto the ice as he was trying to come off. 6-2 to play here in the third period. Scorched by a bunch of players and slides all the way down the ice. Going back to retrieve it is Luke Miller. Miller sets up behind goal. Leaves it off to Shadell. Shadell swings it over to Allen. Allen takes it out to the red line. Pops it by the defender and gets all the way through into the corner. Tries to send it across into center. Nobody there. It gets deflected away all the way through back behind. No call on the defensive contact. Back over on the near side now as both teams continue to fight for it. Now a hand goes up. And oh my, is this a fifth foul of the contest for Barnes?
That is going to be the fifth penalty going against Logan Barnes. The call is going to be for boarding. We take another look at it here. Just a push down right in front of the boards. Let's see what, just a taller guy pushing on the shoulders of the smaller man. The Bulldogs get rewarded. And like I said, the penalties, as they've been a huge issue all game, and now late in the contest, Bulldogs have another power play with the man advantage. But Lawrence Tech's penalty kill has been outstanding all game. They've gotten a shorthanded penalty, or excuse me, a shorthanded goal. So the penalty kill has been outstanding, and we'll see what the call is officially. It's going to be hitting from behind, so 2 minutes goes up on the board with 5:27 left to go in the third period.
Officials kind of meeting to talk about what exactly they wanted the call to be, explaining it to both sides. Now they'll skate over, try to explain things to the Lawrence Tech coaching staff, as we saw they were fired up at the end of that second period, as they've been called for a multitude of penalties in this game, but Adrian spent their fair share of time in the box as well. Still talking it over. Now they're going to slide over, explain it to the Adrian College coaching staff. So they will reset now. It looks like at long last we are ready to go. Officials move back into their positions. 5:27 to go. Adrian College on the power play here from the Arrington Send it back out. Long shot. Gets blocked away. Trying to chase it down is Gonzel.
They called a penalty right off of the draw, and that's why the official blew the whistle right as the player was taking the slap shot, Devin Gonzel. So the ref's hand went up. Bulldogs had a delayed penalty, and then he decides to take a slap shot. Maybe he didn't know, or maybe he did know anyway, but definitely Bulldogs aren't liking that, and especially to the fans here. But now an even bigger opportunity for the Bulldogs, 5-on-3 for the next minute and 49 seconds.
We have not had a goal in the third period. This is not the first 5-on-3 Adrian has had. Lawrence Tech successfully killed both the 5-on-3, then the 5-on-4 during the second period. Can they do the same here to keep this a tie game? Adrian loses possession. Down the ice they will go. Coron fighting for it on the far side. Thompson goes all the way through, swing around to the near side. Dorchek, throw it across. Down the ice goes Darnell. Darnell loses it as it will wrap around to Peterson. Peterson loses it as it goes around the circle. Adrian with possession in the 5-on-3. Taking their time around the top. Throws one towards goal, right into the belly of Tim Young. Another save for him in what has been, despite the 2 goals, a stellar performance overall in this contest. 29 shots on goal for Lawrence Tech, 26 for Adrian, as this is, again, as close and back and forth of a game as you could ask for.
And another face-off substitution here. Adrian going to have to contend with not the guy they want on the dot.
Puck down, Adrian. Both teams kind of poking at it for it here. Continues to just kind of sit, pops off a skate as it goes through. Will go over the blue line. So they'll reset with Dorchek. Dorchek will control it. Leave it off onto the far side. Over the blue line. Leave it on the back for Therian. Therian will penetrate. Tries to leave one over. Tap through the legs. Around. Other side. Pop up. Rebound. Not quite there. Over to the other side. Tries to send one in front. In front again. On the ground. And Young lays out to cover it. More pushing and shoving after the play.
Point blank on the far side with the Bulldogs. And I thought that last shot he should have just taken it instead of trying to push something back into the middle. Right there as he passed it to the middle, I thought he should have taken the shot underneath the right dot with no one in front of the net. They're down to 3 players on the ice. They can't really clog the lanes as much as they'd like to.
43 seconds to go in the 5-on-3, a tie game. Stays over the blue line. Oh, and then offsides. It popped over the line. It looked like it stayed in, but official right on the line made the call. So we'll reset back over, drop it over in neutral ice. Down, pops over to Lawrence Tech, clears it off the ice all the way down behind Ryan Rainey. He'll leave it there for his team as they'll execute an offensive play with 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Over to the far side, all the way through, loses it for a moment. Able to grab it, control it is Darnell. Darnell tries to send it in front. Tapped over to center. Dorchek sends it across, back over to the other side of the ice. Collect, close side again in the circle. Contested, trying to knock Adrian off of it. More shoving, 5 seconds on the 5-on-3. Back over in front, over to the far side. 5-on-3 done, 10 seconds on the power play. Adrian continuing to be contested, leaves one off in front, intercepted, controlled by Lawrence Tech. It's a 5-on-3 penalty kill for the Blue Devils. They will swing it all the way through, back behind, on the attack once again. Through the back, shot, blocked away by Ryan Rainey, popped away again. Finally able to control it was Shadell. Allen comes back to grab it, under 3 minutes to go in the game. Allen has it, plays it off the wall, wrap all the way around to Shadell. Shadell throws it back behind, gets popped up into the air, off the glass, back over to the blue line, goes over the line, so Adrian will get possession. drift all the way back behind once again. Send it over to Sorrell. Sorrell will carry it over neutral ice all the way through. Toss it over the back line. Teammate will chase it down the near side is Scally. Scally loses it as it goes off the glass over towards neutral ice. Able to collect. Back over to Scally once again. His shot gets blocked away. Rebound not there. Over to the near side. Collected. Popped into the air once again. Now Shadell has it. He skates around to center ice. Continues skate. Throws one towards goal. Blocked out in front on the ground. Collected and thrown up into the netting by Golden, the forward for this LTU squad.
Wow. Lawrence Tech able to kill off the 5-on-3 power play and penalty kill. Unbelievable job. Talking about momentum, they almost had a shorthanded opportunity during that time. Almost 2 minutes, the Bulldogs kept trying to force something in front, but I think especially with the 5-on-3, you have to work it on the outsides because they can't clog the lanes as well. If you work it around from point to point and then from dot to dot, you can get that one-time opportunity on the short side, and that's how you're going to get a goal.
Timeout called by LTU, and we'll take it with them. We'll step aside for 30 seconds here on Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena. Josh Mitchell and Nathan Linder here with you for a top 25 showdown in the MCHC, Michigan East Division. Adrian College, 10-5 on the campaign, 22nd ranked in the land. Lawrence Tech, the 13th ranked team at 6-4. Both these teams vying for a big win. Adrian has not beaten Lawrence Tech in the last 11 tries, going back to 2020. Tie game once again. Yesterday, it was a 1-1 tie that went into overtime before Lawrence Tech got the overtime 2-1 victory. Adrian, Lawrence Tech 2-2 here from the Arrington Ice Arena. Offensive zone drop is down. Controlled and taken around the backside by Boring. Boring sends it across ice over into the neutral territory. They'll penetrate all the way through with Jens. Adrian tries to control, gets it back out to neutral ice. Trying to chase it all the way through is Darnell. Not able to get there as it goes back over, swing across ice. Collected and taken over into the offensive end by Radu. Stolen away, played back over to Darnell. Darnell tries to leave it over, but can't quite get there. Instead, it goes back behind. Huge contact, hand up from the official, as we're going to have a power play to finish out regulation, and Adrian College player is down on the far side.
What a nasty hit, man. Just lowering the shoulder on this near side corner here. Bulldogs coming down and just absolutely decks them into the boards. I think it was number 23, Luke Radu, who continues to go back into the box. We've had a plethora of penalties here in this one. And again, the Bulldogs are going to go on the power play, 5-on-4 for the remainder of the regulation. And then if this gets to overtime, then we'll go 4-on-3 to start.
We didn't catch the number of the player who is down, but training staff out to check on them on the far side. So we will step aside here from the Arrington Ice Arena, and our assistant support here today, Herm, coming over, saying he believes that it's Dmitry Sergeyev who is down. So as they check on him, and as we're talking, he is getting back onto his feet without support. So good to see. Was down for a while there. It was a heavy hit, but skating off with some assistance from his teammates. One of the very talented players on this Adrian College team. Sergeyev, 10 assists on the season. As He will step over into the bench, take a seat for presumably at least a little bit, catch his breath, as that was a hard contact that he took, but trainer's over talking to him as both teams taking this opportunity, talk things over as we look to have a power play coming up. It is a major.
5-minute major for boarding.
It was a major. Like I said, that was about as heavy a hit as you'll ever see at the D3 level, as it leads to the second major penalty of the game, a 5-minute, as we got 1:27 to go in regulation. Both teams gonna take this moment, talk things over, as Adrian College has a chance on the 5-on-4 to win this game in regulation. 2-2 our score. The game yesterday went into overtime. Lawrence Tech came away with the victory. Adrian trying to avoid an OT game here. Gonna try to win it in regulation. 1:27 on the clock. Power play for the Bulldogs. The Arrington Ice Arena coming alive. Puck is down. Adrian taps it back over to Luke Miller. Now they get it around to Shadell. Shadell checked against the boards. Kind of held up there. Poking around for it. Allen comes over to support. Knocked off. Miller gets it. Swings it across the far side. Throws one in front. Off the glove. Around the back. Around to the far side. Adrian trying to keep it on this end. Pops over to the near corner. Lawrence Tech trying to clear it. More contact and a whistle.
Another penalty. Call for slashing. Not sure who they're going to give it against. Initial sights are that's going against Adrian College as the LTU's bench is cheering.
It will be going against Adrian. It's going to be number 19, Gavin Scally. The senior's going to head to the box. And that'll even our numbers to 4-on-4 for the next minute and 1 second of this regulation in the contest.
And the Bulldogs now got to defend a defensive end draw as they committed the most recent penalty.
LTU scored a 4-on-4 goal earlier in this contest. Puck down. Lawrence Tech with control. Throws a shot. Ryan Rainey dives off on top of it. Cover that one up.
Good save by Rainey. Almost caught out of his glove here, but he's able to cover it up, and then Hunter Allen defends his goaltender.
Under a minute to go here in the game. Gonna drop the puck again on the 4-on-4. Down, popped around. Allen has it momentarily. He'll continue to hold. Swing it back around the outside to Dorchich. Dorchich loses it as one of his teammates goes down again. No call this time. Throw one out to the front. More contact as they'll transition ahead with Darnell. Darnell gets knocked off the puck. Whistle blown again. That's going to be DeHaas, who he's going to find his way to the box. And in the final minutes of this game, we've got now a 4-on-3.
Another penalty on the open ice hit. And I wonder if Adrian College is going to call a timeout here soon, just try to set something up. And they are going to do exactly that with 37 seconds to go.
37 seconds to go in the game. Adrian College will take a timeout. They'll talk this one over. We'll step aside and be right back for the conclusion of regulation here from the Arrington Ice Arena. You're watching ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena. Josh Mitchell and Nathan Linder here with you for the conclusion of regulation. 37.2 seconds on the clock. 4-on-3, Adrian College advantage on the ice. A game riddled with penalties, contact, low scoring, a rivalry, a top 25 matchup in ACHA Division III comes down to the wire. Adrian College, Lawrence Tech back into the action. Over to the far side, throws one out in front. Nobody there for the rebound. Able to collect, throw across the ice. Gets by Dorchesh all the way through onto the back end of the ice. Chase it down there. Transition out ahead. Slips, falls down. Stolen away by Lawrence Tech. They try and transition on the offense. Not able to get there as they will recalibrate. Collecting around. Sergey back on the ice. He was out after a heavy hit earlier. Back skating here in the 4-on-3. Sergey will chase it around to the far side as time runs out in regulation. 2-2 our score. We've played 60 minutes of hockey, and we got more hockey to play. Back-to-back games between Adrian College and Lawrence Tech University will go to overtime here. This one from the Arrington. Your score 2-2. We'll step aside. Be right back for your overtime period here for this top 25 ACHA matchup from the Arrington Ice Arena here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena. Josh Mitchell and Nathan Linder here with you as we get set for an overtime period in a top 25 NCHA Division III rivalry here from the Arrington Ice Arena. And Nate, this has been a game so far.
Yeah, the game riddled with penalties like we always been talking about. I think if I listed all of them off, it would take me another 20 minutes, so I'll just stick with the goals. Opened up with a Lawrence Tech own goal that actually was credited to Henry Darnell, and then Lawrence Tech tied it up with Will Jentz combining with Benjamin DeHaas in the two-man game. Beat Ryan Rainey on the save there, and then Nolan Dorsch put the Bulldogs ahead 2-1 in the second period, responded by Devin Gonzel, who also scored in the second period, and we've had no goals in the 20 minutes of play in the third period. And as we switch sides here for the overtime period of play, 5 minutes sudden death, Bulldogs are going to start off with a 5-on-3. No, it's going to be a 4-on-3.
The power plays and penalties that were active at the end of the third will carry over here to the overtime period. There's a minute left on the Adrian College penalty, which means that we are skating 4-on-3. After that minute, there will be 23 seconds of Adrian College with 5-on-3 before Adrian returns to finish out the penalty for the final 2 minutes if it is required with a 5-on-4. So Adrian College favored in this overtime. Back underway. Overtime hockey. One goal to win a top 25 matchup from the Arrington. Down the ice, all the way through. Knocked off the puck quickly was Walsh. Walsh gets it back momentarily, now controlled onto the far side. Walsh back with it. Sends it over to center. Nobody there. Collected and knocked off ahead. One-on-one on transition. All the way through. Knocked away. Ryan Rainey with a save in the overtime period. On the transition, out and down the ice goes Sergeyev. He gets knocked off the puck. Thrown out ahead once again. It'll slide all the way through into the back line. Ryan Rainey comes out to play it. Collected by Walsh. Walsh leaves it off for Shadell. Shadell skates all the way through. He gets on to the penetration. Leaves it off into the backside. Shadell chases it around the back. Adrian College penalty now done. 5-on-3. Adrian with possession. Tries to throw it out ahead. Young knocks it away. Wrapping around the top side is Scally. Around to Shadell. Back over to Walsh. Walsh's shot into the glove of Young. 4 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 before we will skate 5-on-4 for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. 3:40 to go here in the overtime. Top 25. A rivalry. Adrian College has not beaten LTU in their last 11 attempts. Trying to get a big win here against a team that was skating in the Final Four a year ago. Puck drop down, 5-on-3 momentarily. Over to the far side, swing it out and around. On the penetration, round in front, wrap around, loft, and the takeaway out of the box. On the attack goes DeHaas. DeHaas all the way through, gets it poked away on the far side. Now tapped around, collected, sent out to the far side by Adrian. No, they lose it. Now they collect it right again by Darnell. Darnell sends it ahead, all the way on the penetration. Down in front, leaves it behind, blocked away. Recollected, knocked off the puck again. Trying to reset things here, stolen away, sent out in front. One-on-one on the transition once again. Knocked away. Good defense on these transitions by Dorchek. Now they send it in front. Shot not quite there. Left off behind. Nobody there. On the transition, again go the Bulldogs. 5-on-4, the power play for another minute and 20 seconds. On the attack. Down in front. Knocked off the puck. No penalty called on that one as it's the other way. 1-on-2. Now a 2-on-2. Shot blocked away. Rebound. Not quite there. Recollected. Blocked away. Collected again. Now it's Adrian who transitions back down the ice. Off the wall once again. Now slowing it down to Sergeyev. With a minute to go in the power play, 2:20 to go on the overtime period. Sent across the ice. Lost possession of it. There's able to continue to control it. Now it pops off away. All the way down the ice. Chasing it is Fisher. Fisher not able to get there for LTU as it's controlled by Adrian. Trudell skates down the ice over the center, and there's an offsides called. We'll go back to center. Still 38 seconds to go in the power play. 2:05 to go in the overtime period. Adrian College continuing to be on the attack.
A lot of back and forth, bodies flying all over the place. I think the officials are going to let them play a little bit for the last 2 minutes unless it's egregious. 38 seconds. Bulldogs are going to get one more possession here with the man advantage, and I think they're going to go 4-on-3 as traditional overtime hockey now is 3-on-3.
4-on-3. Pops out ahead. Contested here. Tapped away. Back over the blue line. Controlled momentarily by LTU. Pops behind the back of LTU's Kylie Boring. Boring able to corral it momentarily. He gets pushed off the puck. He will fall down. No whistle there as Adrian with possession on the far side. 17 seconds left on their power play. Get all the way through as the 4-on-3 continues to play. Now in front, throws one towards goal. Blocked away. Far side, not quite able to grab it quickly. Another shot goes off, blocked by Young. Collected, thrown away to the far side. Even numbers now. Both teams full strength in the overtime. This one wraps around to the backside. Darnell has it. Throws it around to the back. Contested there is Scally. Scally gets it back. Tries to get it in front. Not quite there. Now it pops away. Now it's a transition for LTU as we approach a minute to play in the overtime period. Adrian College with possession. They'll head the other direction. Down the ice. Skating right in front is Adrian. He gets it taken away. Popped over to the backside. LTU with an opportunity. Down the ice. Throws one away. Darnell blocks that one. Blocked over to the far side. Collected. LTU loses it there. Grabbed by Adonish. Adonish throws it off to center ice. Collected by LTU in the 4-on-4. 38 seconds to go in the overtime period. Adrian grabs it. They make a transition. Out to center ice. Over to the far side. Collected. Knocked away. LTU with the possession. They get over to an offensive side. They'll reset. Tries to throw it across ice. Intercepted by Adrian. Going to take their time. Just throw it all the way down. They'll block over the far side. Icing called. 15 seconds to play in the overtime period. Even strength. 4-on-4 on the ice.
That is a costly icing call there. 15 seconds left. If he was just able to get it a little further across the red line and could have sent it down there, instead of the icing, it would have just been a dump and chase. But now with 15 seconds left, I'm not sure if the Bulldogs will ever get an offensive possession left in the overtime period. And both these teams are very tired coming off a back-to-back night from yesterday They played at 5 p.m. and tonight they're playing here again in overtime period. So over 125 minutes are going to be played between these two teams in less than 48 hours.
Timeout by Adrian. Both teams will skate to their respective bench areas, talk over their plan for the last 15.7 seconds of the game. We'll be dropping the puck on the Adrian end. So like you said, unlikely Adrian gets another offensive shot here, but you gotta hope, gotta keep pushing. Mostly you can't give up a goal here. Gotta at least stay tied through the overtime period. For LTU, it's how do you get this face off, turn it into a goal. Both teams gonna head back out onto the ice. It's a game riddled with penalties, but in the end it comes down to 4-on-4 on the ice for both teams.
They're going to go to 3-on-3 here.
Three on three now. 15.7.
Really opens things up here off the opening draw. If you can get it back to that defenseman as the center's directing him, hey, go back there. It gets it to him and then send it over to the opposite side of number 15, DeHaas. Maybe the 1-2 combo for the win.
Tap to the back. Doesn't go the way LTU wanted. Instead it wraps around. Tries to penetrate. Knocked away. Adrian will block it away. Trying to get a shot off his LTU. Out in front. Shot blocked away. Adrian will chase it down to center ice. 1 second on the overtime clock. The horn will sound, and that's the overtime period.
Well, Lawrence Tech had a good chance at it. Down there in the near side post. Bulldog takes a spill. But they just weren't able to get anything quality right there. A beautiful block shot right in front. I think it was number 14, Henry Darnell. Absolutely beautiful job here. So a minute of little break time, and we're going to head to a shootout.
Going to take a second here as they figure out what they want to do. Clock running down before the shootout as a game that has been riddled back and forth with penalties, big-time advantages, shorthanded goals, own goals, back and forth skating, almost dead even on the shot count. An unbelievably balanced game, but in the end, for both these teams, an overtime period that turns into a shootout. Yesterday, Lawrence Tech won in the overtime period, 2-1. Now we go to a shootout. Number 22, Adrian College. Number 13, Lawrence Tech University. LTU team skating out. Going to give some words to their goalkeeper, Tim Young, who both goalkeepers really have been outstanding here this afternoon. As officials coming over to the press box area to discuss something with the arena announcers as the horn sounds for our post-overtime break.
I think there's a little confusion on if we're actually going to go to a shootout here. I don't see why we wouldn't. Lawrence Tech thinks that the game is over and we're just going to end in a tie. They're ready to shake hands.
Officials coming over to discuss this here.
It might be a conversation between the two coaches. Maybe one of the talking points is how late it is and Lawrence Tech has to get on the bus and head back home.
This has been a very long game between all the penalties.
Yeah, over 3.5 hours, and we've been here now.
Officials will skate back over, trying to decide what they want to do.
2.5 hours. 3.5 we've been here, 2.5 that they've played.
Coaches continue to discuss. Again, not sure exactly what the conversation is. It appeared that Lawrence Tech was lining up to shake hands. Our understanding had been that this game would be going to a shoot-off.
Apparently LTU is denying to go to a shootout.
So now Both teams skating around, still trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
I think the shootout is going to happen. Otherwise, we'd see both these teams lining up on the ice to shake hands.
Appears that is what we are doing. So both teams talking over. Officials continue to discuss with both teams. Now they skate out, and it looks like the shootout will be taking place. It's Benjamin DeHaas, 3 goals on the season. He'll be the first to go for Lawrence Tech. 2-2 our score. We've played 65 minutes of hockey. Now a shootout to decide the winner of this game here from the Arrington in a top 25 ACHA Division III matchup. DeHaas on the attack. Rainey blocks it away. Adrian College will go on match point.
He tried to go 5-hole, not really much of a snipe or anything there. Just thought Rainey would go more in the butterfly, but he's closed up that shoot really easily.
Coming out first for Adrian College, it's Shahom Andrash. 10 goals, 10 assists on the season. The sophomore from Hungary will take the shot for Adrian on the attack. Right in front of Young, penetrate all the way through, blocked away. We will skate on here from the Arrington.
Andrash went for the backhanded attempt, tried to beat the glove side, but just couldn't get it up high enough.
Out for LTU next is Will Jentz. He scored his 3rd goal of the year in this game. Can he score another? On the attack, swerving around in front, block, double move, shot, goal! Jentz adds 1 to the total. His 2nd of the game gets by Ryan Rainey. And Adrian needs to find a goal to stay alive.
Just deked him out of his shoes there. Will Jentz playing patient, made Rainey commit.
Maximilian Shadell to keep Adrian College in the shootout. He'll penetrate to the right side. On the attack, in front, blocked away!
Shadell responds with the goal through the 5-hole. We're going to a sudden death now. It was best of 3 to start, and now we're just going to trade back and forth.
Fisher, best of 3 is done. Fisher will open things up in sudden death all the way through. Double move, doesn't get possession. Ryan Rainey survives that one. So Adrian will send out their senior, Scally from Bedford, Michigan. 6 goals on the campaign.
Technically, this is still in the best of 3, but since
it's tied, it becomes winner take all. Scally on the attack, left side, all the way through, right in front, blocked away. Young got a stick on it. Scally almost got him with a double move, but not quite able to make it happen.
Now we are officially in sudden death, so a little trade back and forth. Lawrence Tech being the away team has the slight disadvantage because they gotta make one. They gotta make one and then defend.
On the attack goes Genzel. On in front, shot for a goal, right past Ryan Rainey, and LTU has the advantage yet again. Out for Adrian, it's gonna be Alfonsi. 10 goals on the season. The junior to keep Adrian alive. On the attack, down the right side, in front, penetrates, wrap around is good!
Alfonsi goes for his backhand and he finds the back of the net. Back and forth we go.
Luke Radu will come out next for LTU. He'll take it from center ice. Over the blue line. Swerving around the attack, penetrates for a goal! Radu adds another as LTU continues to put Adrian on the back foot.
Went short side there, maybe shot the puck a little quicker than Rainey thought.
One of the best for Adrian. Sergeyev out to try and even it again. On the attack, around, shot, deflection for Young. And LTU survives and maintains their win streak over Adrian.
Lawrence Tech wins the shootout 3-2. And they complete the series sweep here on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But you got to give it to Adrian College. They put everything they had into this one, but I think Lawrence Tech definitely deserved to win it after all the penalties gone against them, and especially all of the penalties they killed off. 5-on-3 in the power, 5-on-3 in overtime, 5-on-4, just left and right. A couple of 5-minute majors, even an ejection gone against Lozier. So Lawrence Tech survives, and they'll remain in the top 13. And for Adrian, after losing 2 here, they might not be surprised to see him bounce out of the top 25.
Adrian College falls to 10-6 on the campaign. Lawrence Tech picks up another win against a very talented team to improve to 7-4. What an amazing game. Back and forth by both squads. Penalties, action. It was nonstop this entire game. Incredibly balanced. Two teams that are conference rivals. They played each other the last few years, and Adrian's still trying to get that losing streak off their backs to this LTU squad. Now having lost 12 consecutive games to LTU, as they are now, like you said, in very real danger before their next game, that they will be unranked in ACHA Division III hockey. Still a very talented team. Their losses on the season, Adrian now falls to 1-5 against ranked opponents at this point in the campaign.
Yeah, very exciting game we had here, back and forth the whole way down. We've seen it all from penalties, every single combination of 5-on-5, 5-on-4, all those different kind of hockey plays here. But Lawrence Tech comes out on top. They were the better team on paper, and they showed it here tonight. They win by a score of 3-2 in a shootout. So Bulldogs, they're just unable to get the knockout punch against the top teams. They've been able to beat up on the lower levels, but when it comes to playing really good teams like this Lawrence Tech team, they just can't find the back of the net when they need to.
Defending the net tonight for Lawrence Tech was Tim Young, and he was outstanding in net.
Yeah, Tim Young does an outstanding job. Really great. Over 30 saves he had, I believe maybe exactly 30. Or I think, no, Adrian had 28 shots on net. So 26 saves for Young in net. He's been outstanding all year, and like to see him go down the stretch and maybe win some kind of award for it.
For Ryan Rainey, he gives up 2 in the game, including a third for what goes down as a winner in the shootout. Still a very solid performance from him in that.
Yeah, Ryan Rainey, just one of those guys, him and Peyton Lenger, that really come out and they can perform every night in the crease. You know, the guys count on them, and they work together, and it's a really good job. He had a couple of miscues there, but other than that, not a whole lot to blame against him.
That'll do it for us here from the Arrington Ice Arena. A top 25 showdown goes the way of Lawrence Tech University as they knock off Adrian College 3-2. Adrian, they'll next be in action against Calvin right here at the Arrington on December 5th. LTU, they move on to a series at home against Notre Dame. For Adrian College Television, I'm Josh Mitchell. Nathan Linder has been my associate here on the mic this afternoon. Director Parker Beyer, Riley Uas on our camera. Herm, our support today. That'll do it for us from the Arrington. Final score once again, Adrian College 2, LTU 3. That'll wrap it for us here on ACTV.